Welcome to Fiber Hustle. My name is Chip.
My name is Aaron.
I like to sing holiday songs like Let It Sow, Let It Sow, Let It Sow.
That was cute. I like to knit and crochet like I'm one of Santa's little helpers.
Little.
When I'm Santa's large helpers. I'm a little bit taller than all of them, a little bit rounder than all of them. Like a snowman that you want to cuddle.
Yeah. And you like to watch.
You do. It is episode 49, getting close to that 50th.
And so is yours.
Well, no, yes,
Your
no,
50th birthday coming, not this year.
not this year. I'll be 49, so I'm all right with it. 49 here in 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
In a couple of weeks.
In a couple of weeks. Yeah, Sagittarius in the house. Go. And then, then next year, the whole 50 thing. So should we wait till I turn 50 to do our 50th episode? That's a year and 2 weeks.
No.
Why not
No.
wait?
I mean, like, we're at this rate,
At this rate.
we are at quality, not quantity.
Exactly. We're playing like the tortoise, and everybody else is doing the hare. And eventually we're going to,
I was thinking the little engine that could. I think I can.
I think I can.
How have you guys been?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm sure the holidays are up, right?
For a lot of you that are celebrating holidays, it is it's the holiday season. Whatever you celebrate, I don't think there's I don't even know what I'm trying to say because it's exciting. This is one of my favorite times of year. I love fall, and then I love December, and everything else like January and February are just kind of not even a big November fan. But we just had the Thanksgiving, which was good.
The Thanksgiving.
The Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving.
here in the States, and not to toot my own. I'm a dork. Yes, I made a fantastic meal that night.
There were no tricks to be had.
No tricks to be had?
I'm not one for, I don't need all kinds of tricks for a holiday meal. I just want, we had a bird, although it wasn't a turkey, we had Cornish game hens. So, I mean, what can go wrong with that?
It was delicious. The Cornish game hens were good. The potatoes were good.
Yes.
The stuffing was fantastic. And the canned green beans were to die for.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good. And that night, we came up, mostly Chip, with, because I liked it, a signature cocktail.
Did we?
Yes! So, when Carrie was here she feel like she's been here all year. When Carrie was here in August, she brought this as a bullet old-fashioned cocktail.
Yes.
We're just going to say yes. This bullet old-fashioned cocktail. And then she left it here. So Chip had it for, you had a couple swigs.
Okay, so I broke this out for Halloween bingo. I called her up and I said, hey, Carrie, do you mind? There's a brand new one in there. Do you mind if I open it up? She said, go for it. So I had to soda it down. It's not water. I didn't add water. I soda it down. And I made it. And even then, after 2 drinks, I was loopy.
Yeah, that's why I tried to end bingo right away, because someone was a little turning red and kind of getting a little feisty with everyone.
Whatever. So, yeah, Aaron's like, oh, yeah, I think I want an adult beverage for the holidays on Thanksgiving. And so there was just enough to
Make 2 beverages.
Yes.
So it is how much ever of like a shot or so of this old-fashioned drink, which you can find probably at your local store, I think everywhere. It's made in Illinois. And then a cherry Pepsi or a Coke cherry.
It'll mix with anything.
No, we're doing the cherry version.
Oh, okay.
So, and I think we're going to either call it the Hustler or the You Like to Watch.
Oh.
So, if you're playing bingo for New Year's Eve with us, make sure you grab this so you can have our signature cocktail of You Like to Watch.
Now, the funny thing is, Carrie drinks it. I mean, all she does is puts a straw in it. She drinks it straight.
We don't do anything here straight.
Oh, my God. I mean, like, I can't even imagine. One would be enough for me.
I can't even. But yeah, so any kind of cherry Pepsi, cherry Coke, and this, we did sugar-free because, and this. So there's your signature cocktail. If you try it, let me know how it is. And I prefer Pepsi because we're a Pepsi household. But if you do Coke, that's fine with you. I'm sure majority of America loves Coke more than Pepsi. I grew up in Ohio. That's what we had. We drank more Pepsi than Coke.
All right, enough of the beverage talk. The adult beverage talk.
Oh, but there's a virgin version as well. Just open a can of cherry Pepsi. There.
Not even a maraschino.
No, you don't even have to have a cherry with it. What's going on? What else is going on with you?
Okay, so do I have anything? Okay, all right. Sometimes the holidays is the best time to tell true confessions. Now.
Oh, God. What'd you buy?
Well, you all know that I do not like Christmas. I don't like Christmas. I don't believe in Christmas.
We all know.
But when it comes to sewing in the holidays,
Oh, my God.
I started watching holiday.
Before I even started watching holiday movies, this one's watching them all day long.
No. What do?
Oh, you
I
watch the same one.
hyperfixate on. I watch the same holiday Hallmark movie over and over and over. For the past couple of years, it has been A Castle for Christmas with Brooke Shields. It's my favorite Christmas movie of all. This year, I have watched at least 8 times. I have watched Lindsay Lohan's Christmas movie from last year, not the new one.
2 years ago.
2 years,
I think so. I forget. It's not. I mean, it's cheesy.
Her father owns a hotel, and she bumps her head, and she can't. She doesn't have a memory. Then they're trying to save the
other hotel.
The other hotel, and it's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. And we watched a few things last night. Not that good. Not that good. Eerie yet intriguing. What was the one we stopped? We're like, hot guy, not that hot. The second one, the hot German guy, that was good. Some German-ish Christmas movie.
It was so cute.
It was cute.
So she has to go to Heidelberg or whatever. Her name is Heidi Heidelberg, and she has to go to Germany because she wants to show her. She wants to go into the marketplace for all the crafters.
She sells ornaments.
And she hand blows all of these Christmas ornaments, and there's all of this German language peppered throughout the movie.
Because they're in Germany.
And it's such a cute little, it's a cute little movie.
It's cute. I know, I enjoyed it. I'll watch it again. So I don't know the name of that one. And then we watched one called Silent Night that came in 2021. A little dark, but I really enjoyed it. So if you're looking for something happy, yay, Silent Night's on. No.
All of this was available on Netflix.
Yes, it just took a turn at the middle to the end. It was like, oh, this is kind of dark. So.
But I'm in my holiday making era where it's the only thing I want to watch is holiday movies, and I hate Christmas, but I love the holiday movies.
But yet you're wearing a shirt, Skin. I made you wear this shirt. I bought this shirt for myself 3 years ago. Can't fit into it. I said you need to wear this because it's iconic. And it's Abbey Road, but yet the Christmas Story cast is on it.
And I'm loving it. And I was like, ooh, let me see that.
Just did that to me over there. So it's probably not mine ever anymore.
So are you guys doing your holiday binge watching? Are you like in the middle of all of your holiday makes that you're just trying to catch up before all the presents need to be out or the gift giving? Or is this the year that you are making all of your gifts send to self?
That's what I'm doing. No, that's not true. I'm making one for somebody.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later.
All right, well, let's get into it. Aaron.
Yes.
You made that?
I did make that. I finished my field. It's just called Field, so it's kind of a shawl scarf situation happening. It's by Maxim Cyr, who's part of, Les Garçons. And it is finished. It is huge. It's not blocked, and I still have to weave in the ends, so it's 99%.
It's always the story.
Because I don't like to weave in my ends before I block.
This is the total Christmas story. It's like the girl who's trying to save the farm every year at Christmas. The same story. It's like it's finished, but I need to weave in the ends. It's the same Christmas story.
Well, this one I am going to weave in the ends. Like some,
it's a Christmas miracle.
Some things look better with the ends not woven in, but this one I'm going to. But I never block it before I weave in the ends. I block it thin because I'm always afraid that when it grows or shrinks or whatever during blocking that it's going to screw up the way that I weave in the ends. But this is that the true meaning of Christmas? That is the true meaning of Christmas. We hold this other side, my love. Here is the Field Shop by Maxim Cyr, And oh my gosh, as you can see, the bottom is that, and it is going to be.
Yeah, there it is.
There's all that fringe, but it is gorgeous. It's not even gorgeous. It's just cool. Obviously, it looks like garbage right now because I just threw it on over myself. But it's just
you're wearing it on top of another mate.
I mean, how many kimonos are too many kimonos? How many shawls can you wear at one time?
I mean, the Nook. I mean, are you going to the North Pole?
I could be. You never know. But look at this. How cool this is. So this is in DK weight yarn. It takes 525 yards of each color. It's 2 colors. I used my own Fiber Hustle yarn. This color right here is blue steel. And of course, if you're returning, this right here is dumpster juice. And I love how the dumpster juice is kind of giving it like a tweed look. Total TV knitting. So if you're into the holiday movie situation and you want to make something, you really don't have to look down that much because the pattern is easy to memorize right off the bat. And also it's all garter stitch and garter stitch DK. So it's just going to fly off the needles and just go so quick. I'm excited to block it. Part of me is like, should I even block it? Because I love the crispness that this BFL is showing. And I know that blocking won't take that away, but I'm like, how much more do I want it to grow? I don't think it's going to grow too much. And I have plenty of yarn, wrong bag, plenty of yarn left. So I'm thinking about either making an accompanied hat with it or making an accompanied gloves or mittens with it.
An accompanying?
Yes, so it's complementary, but then that might be too much of the same color.
You can never have enough dumpster juice.
Dumpster juice. So I think if you order Les Garçons yarn, you only need 2 skeins of each color because their base of their DK has a little bit more yardage than mine. Mine, if I remember right, is 246. Is 246 yards, so you would need 3 skeins of each, but you have this much left over you can make something with. Also, fun fact, this is behind us today because it's a typical Seattle day. It's so gross, and we said if we just open the windows, you're just going to see dreary Seattle, so we're like, let's brighten it up, and we just moved one of the yarn racks, the DK yarn rack, behind us for a little pop of color while we were coming to you all.
Yeah, because Erin doesn't like just like the mini blinds
I can't deal with
closed.
the blinds closed. It's just like...
I could be very happy at sewing. Lindsay Lohan's Christmas caroling on TV on the computer while I'm sewing. Who needs to look outside?
A lot of people do. I'm an outside person, and I need the wide open spaces.
Oh.
You don't understand that reference because you don't like country. Or the Chicks or whatever they once were called. But yeah, so totally recommend this. It's perfect. Also, what I can do with the leftover is make some tassels here, but I don't know if I'm the tassel kind of gentleman.
Why not?
Just because I just don't know if I'm a tassel guy, but I can always try that first and see what happens. So yeah.
Very lovely.
I love the BFL in this because it just looks so crisp.
Well, this combo that you've got here pretty much would go anything that you're going to wear.
Yeah, it's very mask. So
you can wear this every day.
I could totally wear this every day, and I plan to. But my office, again, I don't know if you guys heard me talk about my office, it's always hot in there. So I never get to show off any of my handmade knits. I'll start off when I get there with a shawl, and like 20 minutes later, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to take this off. But you know, you have to walk around so people at least see it on you first. Then you take it off once you're dying in the middle of the day because it's so hot in there. I would love to turn the heat down. But you know what? If that's my only problem at work, then I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I had for You Made That?
I love it. Good job.
Chip.
Yes.
You made that?
I don't have any You Made That. I've been in the thick of it. In the thick of it.
I've heard that song forever.
I have been in the thick of it in the what are you making category.
Oh, so Chip, what are you making?
All right, so I have one gift that I'm going to be making for a gift. One gift I'm going to be making for a gift.
Yeah, well, your English is a gift.
Me talk pretty someday.
Someday, not today.
Yeah, so anyway, I have one gift that I'm trying to make for our neighbor, Marie. And you know what I forgot?
At the edge of my seat.
Every week we play games. We have game night and dinner with our 90-year-old neighbor. We love her. She's like family. And she made us 2 Christmas ornaments, y'all.
Should I grab them?
Sure, why not?
Let's just do it. It's our show.
So she was so funny because she came over on Wednesday and she was so excited. She's like, oh, I made you 2 ornaments, and we had just put up our tree, and she's all excited, and they really turned out nice. But then she was, they're cross stitch, and she was like, oh my God, my hands were killing me by the time that she was finished making them. And so then we just put them on the tree, and I immediately claimed one of them, and Erin's like, no, they're for both of us. But I mean, can't you have those are your ornaments? Can't I have my own ornaments?
I didn't hear what you were saying, but I'm sure it was something fabulous about me.
You said that I claimed one of the other, and you're like, no, they're for both of us.
Yes, because we're a couple. That's what you do.
No.
You share things.
No, there's no sharing in Christmas.
Gosh. But yeah, let's see if we can just do this. This is a little village that she made. Well, no, I was right. Okay, I'll let you display them.
It's focusing right here.
Go ahead. It looks like, is that a church, little village church that she made us, which is super cute. And then some candles. Look how cute those are.
Now, she was also, again, she said her hands were killing her. And then she wanted to, what was the thing on the back? She wanted to put on here, she was writing and it like wasn't working. And then so she stole the sticker off of...
some kind of...
something, but
I don't know where she got a German sticker from.
Yeah, so she's...
And I forget what it means. And I used to take German in high school, so I really need to brush up.
There's no way that I could say that.
Schonen wir... Okay, let's just look and see what it means.
Do any of you cross stitch? I mean, apparently, that's a lot of work, and she did such nice detailed work that I mean, they just turned out so beautiful.
They did.
And she we have been trying to get her to craft with us for so long.
It means Merry Christmas. So I don't know.
You had to dig deep for that one.
I did, but I should know this. Is it SCHONE, obviously, and WEIHNOCHTSTAGE? Merry Christmas. Much easier to say it that way.
Well, we have been trying to get her to craft for I don't know how long.
Never.
So this was, and she's always like, no. She likes to garden. She likes to go on her walks. She's very busy, but she will not craft, and she reads. So for her to do this was a big deal.
Our neighbor across the street, who I just found out watches this, Mona, hello. She actually makes baby quilts and quilts for people. So we need to have her over sometime so you guys can do stuff. But Mona, hello, if you are watching this
I would love that. I mean, to have another quilter within stone throwing.
And because we were talking about you a couple days ago, because I was outside, and since she watches the show, she goes, Chip really needs to get outside. I said, Mona, you are correct.
Okay, moving on.
You're done.
We're done with this conversation. It's a winter wonderland out there 24/7. That's all I care. I'm gonna play it, even though it's gray and dismal. I'm gonna play like it's beautiful out.
But did you even say what you were making? Did I miss that segment, or did you tell?
No. So the lead up to that, thank you, was that Marie, I'm going to be making her a quilt. Oh. And so I have been laboring over the quilt design for maybe 10 days. 10 days of just like picking out the fabric and then getting the right pattern. And I ended up stealing from this book. It's called Quilts in Bloom, and it's by a lady named Gerri Robinson. And there are 17 quilts in here that I was like, this is a really nice book, and it was a good price to get 17 patterns in one book, and it's spiral bound. I loved it. With that said, I will say, you go to her website, there are 8 of the patterns of the 17, there's errata. So it wasn't highly technical edited. And so, yeah, just make sure that you check the website. This quilt that I was working on is called Blocks, Playing with Blocks. And there are 2 versions. This one is quilting, Playing with Blocks #2. And it would be helpful if I had the page open, but I don't.
You'll find it.
It'll be here.
Almost there.
Here it is. So it's Playing with Blocks 2, which is the one on the right, right here. And I did it a little bit different. I don't want to tear the whole thing out for you, but the way I did it was with small and large. Here we go. Small and large sawtooth.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
So, and then I played with, I think there were 6 different blues that I used, and then there were 3 or 4 different whites. So if you'll notice, there's a small version, here it is, and then there's a large version, and then we have nice gray this is all connecting threads, these 2 backgrounds. I love them. They're very, very nice to show off your quilting. So when I put this on the long arm, I can do some real fun quilting. I'm not going to do like an edge to edge. I will do some custom quilting on it, but I mean, I am in love with this thing. So it's in the works. It's been taking me almost 2 weeks. And half that time was just picking out fabric. Half that time was taking and drawing the plan. But then I reworked it because the way that they make their all of their pieces is they use half square triangles. I use flying geese, which is just a way of using better usage of showing off the fabric. So like if you see this right here, everything's mirrored and it's throwing me off. Okay, so this piece right here is called a flying geese. The way that they construct it would be you make actually one square and then you put it next to another square, but I made this as all one piece. So if I wanted to, like all of this is one piece of fabric rather than having a seam here, and then this just gives me a lot cleaner of space when I go to do my quilting.
That's gorgeous.
Aaron, I sensed a question.
Nope. No, I was just going to say that you had a bunch of fabric lined up for like a few days trying to figure out, do I want to do this? Do I want to do this kind of quilt? Then once you got to the blues, you said, hey, I'm going to make one for Marie. So the process of you choosing the fabrics was a few days just because you had mounds and piles of fabric, just like we do with yarn, to pick our patterns. Like what would actually go well with that? So
yeah.
And then the only other thing I was going to mention is I know you just mentioned spiral bound. You love this because it's spiral bound, and you actually had a book that you liked made into a spiral bound, correct? Years ago?
Yes.
Okay, so that's an option for people. I just want it for our new hustlers returning or not returning or coming back, whatever. You can get books that you love that are spiral bound because it's so much easier just to open a book, there it is, flat.
I mean,
of
literally,
trying to get the pages and stuff.
Even for a thick book, if you go to Kinko's, they will not charge more than $10.
That's pretty cheap, I think. For
Yeah, so
something spiral bound.
if you go to Office Max, they probably will do it. Kinko's will do it. And when I got mine spiral bound, they actually screwed up and messed up one of my pages. So they had to try to find the same stock, paper stock, to replace the one that they ruined. And then they're like, oh, okay, there's going to be this much money, and I think it was like $6.
Oh, really?
And I looked at them and I said, I don't think this is going to cost me anything since you damaged my book.
That's so chip.
And so it didn't cost me anything, but I would definitely go back. And I love a spiral bound book.
I mean, I think books look better like this. But yeah, when you're trying to knit through or look at something, the pages kind of start going once you get to the middle of it. It would be nice to have something like this that was spiral bound.
Or if you don't know how to break a spine so that you don't actually ruin the spine. I mean, like, not everybody knows how to do that.
True. And speaking of errata as well, we have a little bit of errata from last week. I used the term errata a little bit differently this time. We have a correction from last week. I feel like a news channel. We're sorry when I said, not last week when we recorded last, I called our mascot Hermie. And probably because I had Christmas on the mind. We all know Hermie, the elf that wanted to be a dentist. You don't want to make toys. Norman, or Normie, is our mascot. Our hustle
Norman
mascot.
is his legal name.
Is his government name.
Is his government name, and Normie is his chosen family name.
Yes, exactly. And a few of you called that out. I was like, how did I get our own mascot name incorrectly? And it is Norman or Normie or Norm if you're like really close with them.
Next time we'll just like insert errata. You just count for
It's
errata.
gonna be a full thing of just going up of everything that we said incorrectly, or at least me, because you know how I speak pretty sometimes.
Yes. Thank you for, because, people are going to be, if you say something, they're going to hold you to it.
It's very true. Yes. So when I said, I don't want to say it, Normie, Norman, that's our mascot.
Not Norm.
Norm.
Yeah,
No.
not Norm.
Yeah, that's too.
Norman or Normie.
Yes.
There you go. All right.
Cool.
So anyway, the chip version of the Playing with Blocks 2, and I really actually did rework this entire pattern, and I love working things out on graph paper, figuring out my measurements, and then just playing with the design. Sometimes I do strive. I do strive to stay and stick with a pattern, but I don't think I've ever done that before. No, I've done that once, the Alaska Rainbow.
Oh, that's so good. Which we keep on saying we need to hang back up since we took it to flock, and just it gets away from us. We've had like many months to hang that back up on the wall.
Maybe today's the day.
Or yeah, today is the day. I'm here for it. I'm ready to help.
All right, funny fact. All right, so I don't want to take it all out because I want the whole reveal when it's all quilted. But the finished, this thing grew since I changed the pattern. Originally, this was supposed to finish out at 36.5 by 48.5. Mine's turning into 88.5.
Oh my gosh.
By 65.
So is this bed or is this couch?
So that was the funny thing.
But it's not even for us. So
it's a gift, and I'm sure it's going to go in the bed. But when I went down to see Carrie over the Creative Obsession a couple weeks ago, she had 2 of these from the American Quilter Society. I think this is circa 90s, 2000s. So this little slider tells me, hey, let's figure out how big this is. So mine, again, I said was 88.5, and the closest that's coming to is down here, 88.5, but it's not there. I'm going to say it's closest to 76 by 90, which it tells me that's a California King. Crazy.
That's huge.
And then this would tell me, hey, this is how much fabric that you would need. So this is a fun little tool that she gave me.
That's cool. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. So, and this was also
Thank you,
a book.
Gerri.
This was also a book that she recommended. She has the original version. I got the second update. But again, if you're looking for different ways of cutting, this is the best.
Nice.
Little,
I like
good
it.
little tool. So, Aaron,
Yeah.
what are you making?
Sorry, I'm getting warm. So I'm going to take this off. Okay. Painted Waves, shawl. Finished a couple months ago. Love it. I am making, I'll show you two things at once. Is that all right? Okay.
Yes.
You're like, please, just get that segment over with. I am making two hats right now. This is the first one. I'll just keep that right here. This is the 3x3 hat, and it's by Galzane Knits, Galzanne. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. Last week I was looking for something. I was like, hey, I want to cast something on. I wasn't sure what. And then I scanned up this gorgeous yarn from Kevin, Needles at the Ready. Probably scanned it up a year ago. I had plans for it. And I was like, no, wait, I'm going to put it back because I was waiting for the right project. And I grabbed it. It's his DK Superwash Merino base. I'm sorry I don't have the band with me because, like I said, it was a year ago. But I know this is the colorway of Fire Pit. And Fire Pit has evolved a little bit. So it's a little bit more orange if you do go on his website. Oh, and I have to show these. Hustler Sarah has sent these over. Is it going to get in focus? They're little stitch markers that say stay golden. It's the Golden Girls.
Aww.
Isn't that super cute? Yeah. So she sent those out of the blue. Very nice. I love these. So yeah, it's a 3x3 pattern. Free pattern. You start at the bottom, goes to the top, then you close it off. And literally you do 3x3 rib all the way through. I ran out of needles, so I had to use my, I had to go through my stash of needles. I'm assuming everybody has a stash of needles. And these are my clover needles. They are, sorry, give me a second, 3.5 wood needles. They are fixed, and they're actually doing all right. They're a little bit more grabby than my, like my Chow Goo needles, which are what, stainless steel or something like that. But yeah, this is going to be perfect. I'm just now getting ready to set up to close the top of it. Then I'm going to do a folded brim.
You love a folded brim.
I do. For some reason, the skull caps, for me, just don't look right. I think because my head's rather large.
Your cranium.
My cranium is rather large. So I feel like smaller heads usually look better. This is, again, my opinion. Before people start yelling. Smaller heads to me look better with like the skull cap, and I just like brim, and I like my ears a little bit warmer than the rest of it. So yeah, 3x3, which I think this is perfect. It's a gorgeous color. So check out Needles at the Ready to look for their Fire Pit color. And then the second hat I'm making, I am, for the first time ever, am participating in Secret Santa this year at work. I say for the first time.
Fiber Hustle?
At Fiber Hustle. I can't wait to our holiday party next week.
I mean, like, how would that be a secret?
It's a secret. Well, Seamus has evolved too.
Oh, okay.
So one of us. These things stress me out. That's why I've never participated, because I always think I'm going to get the wrong gift or people aren't going to like what I'm doing. So I said, no, this is the year that I'm going to do it. And I think only one person from work watches this show. So Denise, if you're watching, I don't have you. So the person that I am, their Secret Santa, was so vague in their email. They don't like, you know how you do your likes and don't likes, like Peppermint is one of my likes. I like knitting and crocheting. Basically his was, I like to read but don't have time. Who has time for hobbies anymore? I don't like mean people, and I like nice people. And my favorite color is blue. I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do with that?
Could you be any more helpful?
Yes. So I am trying to do something for this person, but the last day when you do your reveal, obviously if at work people know me as a knitter, if I do something, they're going to know it's me. So the last day I am knitting a hatch hat for this person. It is in the color blue. And you guys have all seen me knit.
It's in the color of blue.
And they say they like blue. And I don't even know if they are knit worthy or not. I know they'll appreciate it, but I'm hoping they do take care of it. And I just lost a stitch and a marker. But yeah, Hatch Hat by Emily Green.
It's a staple.
If you've been here many times, you know this is my go-to hat pattern because it's my favorite. This is a yarn called Scout. It's a 2-ply superwash merino DK, which I got at Heart to Heart, which is in Paulsbo. Hello, Lisa. When you guys go to Bainbridge Island, I know you go to La Mercerie and you go to Lamb and Kid. If you just jot over probably 20 minutes to Paulsbo, check out Heart to Heart, because she has a cute little shop there in Paulsbo, and Paulsbo's cute too. There's a quilt store there as well. They used to be closer together, but I think they're a little bit further now. But yeah, so I am making a hatch hat, and I hope they appreciate it, and I hope they wear it. And if they don't, I'm going to put a note in there that says, if you're not going to wear it, please at least donate it to a shelter or something like that, because I would hope this wouldn't just sit in the closet. You take a risk by knitting something for someone at work that they're not expecting or asked for, but it's my Secret Santa gift. So
so it might be a good idea to, because you said you didn't know if he was knit worthy.
Oh, I'm going to totally put instructions if that's where you're going. Yeah, I'll be like, do not throw, because this is, even though it's, no wait, this is non-superwash. I wish I had the label with me. Either way, I want to put things that say, don't just throw this in the washer and dryer with like the kids' clothes and stuff like that.
Right.
Make sure that you hand wash it if you're going to wash it. Lay it flat to dry. No matter what my knits are, I think there's only one thing I ever put in the washer and dryer, and that's my very first flax sweater, which that's what we need to talk about at some point at the very end of the show. Remind me. My very first flax sweater that I used Vanish Choice for, I will throw that in the washer. I think I lay it flat to dry though. It's been a while since I washed it, just because it's Vanish Choice and it's held up very, very well. I like Vanish Choice. So if you're looking for a good acrylic yarn, I suggest Vanish Choice. Super cheap at Joann's. Use a coupon. What does that look for? But yeah, so hopefully my person will like it. Secret Santa starts to, well, you're seeing this on Friday, so Secret Santa starts this week, or it's already finished by the time you see this. And I'm excited and nervous just because I am that person. I overthink. I try to be such a good person.
Period.
That I overthink everything.
You do.
Yeah, if like Chip says go to the store and get marshmallows, I'll sit there and look. I'm like, oh my God, there's 5 different marshmallow choices. I'll bring back 5 bags of different marshmallows because like I don't know which one you wanted. I'm sure you wanted something.
You would never do that because the only one that you're going to buy is the one that's on sale.
Well, in certain situations, that is so true. One of my favorite joys in
you
life
would never
getting
buy
to the register.
5.
I have had multiple checker people say, you have saved some of the most money I've ever seen someone save. And that just makes my heart smile because there's always a deal somewhere with apps. Coupon. I am the coupon Connie. I am that person that's like, hey, sorry, I know it's only 50 cents, but the sign back there said this and it's not showing up in here. I am that person.
So that's fine if you're going to overthink that to get a deal, but like you would not bring home 5. That was a bad example.
No, I have done that before with not marshmallows, but some other things. I'm like, I don't know what you want. Tuna fish, probably. Something. I don't know. I don't know. I just try. But that is, what are you making? But shit. What are you making?
Well, I'm not making a hat. I'm not making a hatch hat. One thing that I am cooking on for the shop is just like I did for a late release just before Halloween. I said, oh, how about these chip baskets? So I'm working on one right now for winter, and I've got some choices, and I need some feedback. 100%, we're going to have some, I brought some, an example of a medium. This one needs to go in the shop. I just need to put buttons on it.
Don't do it.
Like a medium-size chip basket that you can fit a couple skeins in. I think you could even get 3 in there.
Yeah, I just did 2, just to show 2 skeins comfortably, and then you put your project on top. Once you start using your skeins, your project goes in better.
Okay, so I'm working on a winter-themed chip basket. It's going to be low run quantity because I found fabric that I could work with, and I might be able to eke out 10.
Eke out?
Eke out. Like,
is that a real word?
Yes, eke out 10, but they're going to be in this wintry blue, dark, moody, wintry blue, and I'm going to embroider some sheep on there, and these are a little bit of snow sheep. This was actually a sample that I worked on a couple of years ago, and I absolutely love. I don't know how well it's going to zoom.
Cute.
When we use the zoom feature on here, it's a digital zoom, and it kind of pixelates a little bit, but you get the idea that you have all of these snowflakes, cute little feet, little tail.
Look at the feet.
And
what is that?
That is his little holly that he's wearing.
Oh.
Now,
holly. It needs a berry or something in the middle, right?
Well,
doesn't holly have a berry, or is that mistletoe?
Not sure, but I think I'm going to. I don't know. I could keep the little green holly. I could have it without. You basically let me know what would be your favorite. I have probably enough to make that I could do 10 of the blue. I'm praying that I have that much, or I have the yardage that they could be done in red. Either way, they're going to have a white canvas on the inside.
Okay.
Again, they're going to be.
Was that white canvas considered, or is this
this
a
is
cream?
A natural color.
Okay.
So, white. It's going to be white.
White. Okay.
Just like the sheep.
Like this.
And yeah, so it'll be white like that. And then the sheep will be, I'm thinking, just right there. And these, just like the Halloween ones, we're not going to do any quilting. It's going to be all about the sheep. And it'll be blue on the one side, or if you guys say, hey, I would love to take a red one or a blue one, I know I'm going to work on the blue and then see if there's any interest for red. We have tried to do, spot on Christmas type things, and people just don't seem to want their, things, their project bags. They don't want
so literal Christmas.
So literal, because it's like you feel like you can only use it. Whereas like if it's winter themed, you can do it for a lot longer. So put in the comments which would be your pick. And then you could always reach out to me. I'm going to do those on a first come, first serve basis. They will be in the shop as soon as I'm going to start working on them on Monday.
That's awesome. I'm excited for it. Because we only have one chip basket, literally one left in the store.
It could be 2.
It's going to be 2. We have this is the medium?
This is the medium.
And we have one large left.
And we have one large in the golden yellow.
And we do still have...
we have chip sacks.
Chip sacks. This is the Wasabi Zen.
This is the 8-inch, and then we also have 6-inch.
Okay. And the 8-inch, I have 2 hats in here, 2 skeins of yarn, so it can hold a shawl, a couple skeins for a hat.
I love this.
What
I
is
worked so
this?
hard on that. So this is the
the stopper.
The drawstring stopper.
Yeah.
That has the this camera does.
Yeah, this camera not good today.
It's not working. There it is.
Yeah.
There's, what is his name?
Normie.
Normie on the stopper. Mm-hmm. And those are fun because you could use them as little stitch stoppers.
Yes.
You can take it off the bag and put it in the rip it off your sack. Put it on the
needles and rip it off the sack and put it on your needle.
And swing on it until dawn.
I love that.
If you know, you know, Will and Grace.
Yes. Swing
All right.
on it till dawn.
So, Aaron.
Yeah.
What are you making?
So, I have brought something out of hibernation.
You did?
Yes.
So did I.
I know. That's why we're so in sync. Dirty Pop. So, this is... I don't even know the last time I showed this was. I showed it Then I put it down for many, many, many months. Then I picked it up again, and I started the arms, and I stopped. So, but then I just picked it up again recently. So this is, gosh, I forget. This is the Garter Marled Cardigan by Stephen West. And the last time you saw it, I think I hadn't started the arms yet. New hustlers, hey, welcome. And now I'm about to here. I started this part of the arm on the left arm or right, whichever it was. And I was like, am I going to have enough yarn for the next one? So then I tied this off and started here because, as you see, it's a marled pattern that I want to match the entire way down, but I'm afraid I'm running out of yarn. But this is...
Are you trying it on?
Well, it's been, I think I started this 2 years ago.
Well, I'm saying, so your last sweater, you had
the...
so much extra, so are you trying it on?
So that's one thing I wrote down when I said I need to write something down. If you were here last episode, if you weren't, go back to last episode where I made a new flax sweater by Tin Can Knits that the arms were just very, very, very large. And people are like, hey, only I think one person said, don't even worry about it. The rest of you said, rip it back, which we're going to...
No, there were several people that say, let it go.
Let's let it go. Yes, but Chip came up to me a couple days after that and said, and we're trying to see if this is a real thing. If I just ripped back the cuff, but kept the arm, can we turn it inside out and stick it, or Chip sews it, which would leave like a line, and then when you turn it inside out, you would just see the line. Like if we sewed it just to make it a little bit more cinched, would that be better than actually ripping it out back and knitting it again? Help me translate that to those people, what I just said.
Okay, so so it's just like when you're doing a sweater, it's called steeking, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if we're just altering it, because basically he's going to have on the back side, which if I'm constructing another garment, the arms are not always just one piece. They could be two pieces to that for a fitted shirt.
I was looking at your shirt.
And so what I'm thinking is, and it wasn't my idea. It was
one of the hustlers' ideas, but I forget who it was.
I know it was a guy.
Okay.
And so he was saying, why don't you guys do this? So I'm thinking, if you're comfortable enough to take away the ribbing on the sleeve, and then once that's there, fold it inside out, we'll steek it.
Correct.
But it actually, we need to have you put it on.
Then do all the math and stuff. But then, I don't know, I think I would be fine with, I would feel that. It's going to be pretty chunky steek, right? Oh, because you cut it.
Okay, sidebar.
Go on.
I can now announce this. So a couple of months ago, so like the way I make my chip baskets and the chip sacks is it's all done with a sewing machine. And I love my Sailrite, but as much of a tank that is, it's still slower, and I'm just like trying to up my my output.
Oh yeah.
So I bought a Serger, gang. And I bought a Juki Serger Industrial. I got it here, and when I was ordering it from a company in California, which was very popular, I mean, like,
let's not use names.
I thought, don't be scared.
I'm scared.
I thought I was really I really liked this company, and the company did me dirty. So the guy's like, oh yeah, it's really easy to put together, and then you would, it's no problem. I put my Sailrite together because Sailrite has tremendous videos. Yeah. Like I put it together myself. This Juki Industrial, the tabletop or the table itself that it came with, could work with any. So it's got all these holes that you may or may not use. It's got all these bags of a bag of parts that you may or may not use, and there were no instructions for the table. And then in the Juki manual from China, you had a list of parts, but you didn't know how many parts you're supposed to have. I don't even know if I have the right number of parts, and everything was from an engineering instructions, not from a assembly instructions. So I'm calling this company and saying, hey, you said there were going to be instructions, and it would take them 5 days to respond to me. Then all of a sudden, they would finally respond to me in email and send me to one of their YouTube videos that had to do with a different table and a different model of serger, which, I mean, then this was going on and on and on. Long story short was, I reached out to American Express and I said, hey, this is what's happening. And I called the company and to say, hey, or I'm sorry, I emailed the company and say, hey, I want to return this. They wanted to charge me a restocking fee of 15%, and then I have to pay for shipping to send all this back. Mind you, everything is in pieces on my floor, and so it was a nightmare. They failed to even respond to the credit card company, the bank. The bank finally said, this has been going on since September, and the bank finally said, they ignored us. We believe you. And they said, this matter is closed, it's all in your favor, and here's your full refund, keep it. So now I have a serger that I need somebody who has expertise that can come. I will pay you. Help me.
Who wants to come visit?
Who wants to come help me put this together? But I was thinking that if I could serge that, not only like it's going to be able to trim everything, all the excess.
So that fancy.
So we may not even need, as long as I could draw a line, we may not even need to cut it.
I'm comfortable enough to try it.
I want to do it.
Let's try. I mean, it's
if I can get
life.
If I can get the serger together.
Yeah, and if it ends up screwing one of the arms, obviously we don't do the other arm, and we rip it back, and then we kind of just start over.
You make new sleeves.
Make new sleeves. Yes.
Well, because you have two-tone sleeves on that anyway.
True. Correct. Yeah, I mean the sweaters. It's really cute. It's just it needs a little help.
Okay, so as far as this sweater, thank you for that major detour. As far as this one, why don't you just finish the sleeves here?
I could, but here it is. So Stephen West, marbled cardigan. I think it's been so long, I think I'm making 2XL, but one is gorgeous. As you can see, here I am with the sleeves, and there's not even a bad thing about this. It's because it's all garter. Doing the body is just going back and forth, totally fine, totally killer. It's when you get to the sleeves, you knit them in a round, so you have to remember what you did for the body, which I wrote down
a year ago,
maybe a little bit longer than a year and a half ago, and I'm trying to figure out where I am right now. And since it's garter, which means on the sleeves and the round, you knit a row, then you purl row, knit a row, and purl a row to get a garter. So I'm just trying to think if I have enough yarn left to make it look like the rest of the body. See how it kind of flows with those arms? But this is so cute. I know this is like hedgehog fibers I'm using. I'm using a lot of Trilogy yarns. I'm using some needles at the ready. Not much of my own. Some Meeker Street from a place in Issaquah.
Great. So this is a Friendsgiving. Everybody brought a dish.
I found the remote for the candles.
For our holiday candles?
It must have fallen in here. But yeah, it is.
Is my watch in there?
If it is, I am going to die.
I have been searching for my Apple Watch for a year.
Yeah, literally a year. It's
literally a year now.
It's not in here. But yeah, so I'm excited to start this again. Like I said, I'm about here. And I'm just like, part of me is like, can I just find one color and make the rest of it dark? Or should I bind off? Or keep on going, because I'm afraid I'm going to run out of yarn. That's why I keep on alternating a little bit in this arm, a little bit in this arm. This color?
Yeah.
That's the one I thought about. And I'm just trying to think if I have
finish
enough.
the sleeves
in
that.
Yeah, I don't know if that would look too weird to all of a sudden just go, boom, totally black. But
could you do a band of the black and then go back to...
I could, but that's like... You really have to find out where I am on here to find out which colors I'm using. But yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to make it work. And I haven't tried this on, but if it needs a little extra help with blocking to stretch out, then it needs a little extra help. And then we're almost at that time of year where everybody's like, I'm going to do this for the new year. Maybe this is the year that I lose a few or say, you know what? this is the way I am, which I love it. So yeah,
So you said this was a very organized. What was this? There was something that you said. You're like, oh, I have to show this because I am so organized in here.
I didn't bring the all the papers down of the pattern and the way I wrote down when I switched yarn, but all the yarn that I used in here is in here, and I didn't want to take it out because there is just so many balls of yarn in here to make this marled cardigan.
To make this happen.
To make this happen. How do you make all that happen? All that is in here. And I am excited to finish it. And yeah, it's going to be glorious once finished. I'm just like, do I do the arms or do I switch colors? I'll probably switch colors to make it look like the rest of it, but I just need to go through all my notes.
Have you been drinking a Hustler?
It is a...
Our signature cocktail?
You like to watch. Why, am I turning red or am I just not communicating well tonight?
No, it's just like that. You've got so much going on right now.
I do. I have a lot going on in life. It's ridiculous.
I feel like you're at the bar and you just unloaded on.
Oh, did I? I'm
bar.
sorry.
No.
Oh,
in a good way. In a good way.
And it's whatever that was. It is finished. Okay. So Chip.
Yes.
What are you making?
All right. So I've got one more thing that I'm sure you all have. I almost feel like gifts that or makes that they span years, if not generations.
Like, yes.
Like there's some people that have a work in progress that is it's gotten complicated, and they put it off. And like they have some whips that could drive a car, or could serve in the military, or
because they're old enough.
Because they're so old.
Okay.
And then there's like, I know our friend Jen, she has been working 2 years, 2 Christmases now, and she is just now finishing her, congratulations, she's finishing her her Christmas tree skirt.
There it is. How fun.
Likewise, I started last year, more than a year ago. I found this pattern online of some peppermint swirls that I just absolutely really wanted to get to. And I did these, I was doing these for our other channel, the Quilt Stream, and I cut these out on the Cricut. So if you don't know, Cricut is, it's a cutting machine, and there's actually a blade that will travel around, and then your fabric automatically gets moved. And
you can use it?
Yes, it works.
Oh, I didn't know the Cricut. Well, I thought it was just a decoration that sits in the house.
It's for us. It's not an everyday thing, but like Carrie over the Creative Obsession, you may not use it every day, but there may be a day that you're like, oh, I need, and I have it.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to see that Cricut in full force someday.
So I've got these peppermint sticks, and they're all appliqued on. Now the issue is that this is only with adhesive. So it's got some fusible webbing on there, but then as soon as this goes into the laundry, this could go through the wash. All of a sudden these may peel off.
Oh, you don't want that.
We don't want that. So I still have to go through and stitch every one of these lines down times however many of these there are. I think this would be a phenomenal, I would love to have this. I mean, like, this says Christmas. Yes, Erin.
Okay, you said you have to go through and do every, like, stitch all those down?
Yes.
What happens if you just quilt it at the end?
Because I may end up, if you're quilting, you may not hit every single.
Okay.
And each one of these, I need to go through and actually sew these down so that this is considered a raw edge applique. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I didn't turn these over. So all of this is a raw edge, and you have to still stitch this down. If you were just to quilt,
okay,
it's still going to come up. But I think I love, like, there's different versions.
It's giving me white stripes, which means nothing to you, but there's a few hustlers
Ooh,
out
look
there
at that one. You can see it through.
that will understand the white stripes reference.
This looks like a, what's that flower?
I don't know.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's like a pinwheel, but I don't know if it's a flower.
Yeah, it's called the big flowers that you like to grow.
Me? Dahlias?
Dahlia. It looked like a dahlia.
Okay.
Did you see it?
I did not see it.
Because you could see through it. Here, one more time. Do you see it? There is a
okay. Yeah. Yes.
There's a dahlia effect there, which I do have. I do have a little attachment that I can put on my long arm foot, and actually you can create the dahlia effect.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So I think
you probably have a
embroidery.
There it is. There's the word. No, I haven't.
Don't help. Don't help.
But I want to help.
No, nobody's asking you to help.
Please give me a call for all your needs.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would love this. I mean, like, this is truly, it screams Whoville, like Candy Christmas.
So this could be under the tree, or is this going to be a quilt?
This will be on the couch. And
right, because you said that you were talking about Jen's tree skirt.
That it took her, it spanned more than 1 year.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
No, I was listening, but I was like,
have another.
I need another signature cocktail.
Yes, it's taken me more than one Christmas, and I know it's not going to be done. So this is going to be a 3 Christmas make. And even if I could just get to stitching all of these appliques down this year, I would be like, oh, I've done my check mark. I've done my work for this year.
That's great.
I'm counting on this being my Christmas quilt for 2025.
I want to crochet a new blanket because I love ours that we have right now, but they're a few years old, which we're not getting rid of them. Just something a little bit more winter-esque because ours are kind of dark colors, more fall.
I would love that.
Yeah, so I need to maybe go to Aunt Joanne's and grab some yarn.
It doesn't matter what time of year. If you're in AC, I love in the summertime. I love the weight of a blanket on me.
Especially a granny square blanket because it's not one solid piece. You got still have the holes for a little bit of ventilation in the granny square blanket. So I just feel like I have the crochet bug. I need to get out there and start.
Do it. I would love. I mean,
blanket.
we have quilts up there, because the living room's upstairs.
I can't find the Christmas quilts.
I know where one is.
Where?
In the laundry room.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't check in the laundry room.
There's one in there, and then but I mean, like, we have holiday quilts, and I still love to be under my Afghan. And besides that,
yes.
I can eat with that because it's acrylic.
Yeah, there's like, don't eat with that one. Eat with that blanket.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have food and a quilt on your lap if you're gonna eat.
We were so excited, gang, when we moved to this new house and got a dinner table, and we ate at the dinner table religiously for 2 weeks.
No, it was a month.
Then we started to go, okay, well, Friday's pizza night, so we'll eat, and then it's pretty much full time again, back on the couch in front of the TV.
Like an American.
True. I mean, but then, do most of you eat in front of the TV, or do you actually sit down at a dinner table? We should at least do the dinner table once a week, just to look in each other's eyes.
Well, we do
talk about what we made
with Marie on game night.
On game night we do. So, you know what? You're right. That's enough. that's enough.
Wow. Okay. So I have no more. What are you making? Do you have any more?
I do not have any more. What are you making? Yes, Chip. Press conference.
Why do you have this book out?
Because I want to remind people that we are going to do on January 1st the cast on of something that comes from a book or a magazine or some kind of publication. So we're having a make-along, so it can be crochet, knitting, quilting, sewing, whatever you want to do. That's if it's from a publication, you cast it on January 1st. Like I said last time, if this is your first time seeing us, hey. We all have books, we all have magazines that we got for a reason or someone gave to us. Look through it, find a pattern to cast on January 1st.
What if it's just a store-bought pattern?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
So it's got to come from our library.
Yes.
But not digital
Not
library.
digital. Now, nobody's going to come to your house and raid it looking for a digital thing.
No, they will, apparently.
So, well, Mr. Brendan, he's like, can I do this? And even though it's digital, I go, what part of not digital did you not understand?
Carrie was the same way. Carrie
Yeah.
was the same way. She was like, but I like to work off of my iPad or no, her Funani pad.
The whole point is just because we have these. But you know what? No one's going to come knocking at your door. There are no prizes. There's no nothing. It's the satisfaction that a bunch of you are working off
Something you've already bought.
Yes, printed things that you're going to. But I wanted to show you one thing that I thought I was going to do and cast on January 1st. But then I thought, no one's going to wear it that I know of. And I'm not going to wear it. Do I still want to do this? So from this book, 52 Weeks of Shawls, I'm trying to think if there's something I want to do out of this. You got me this a couple years ago, and I was like, I'm going to make something out of this. What I've always wanted to make, and I think everybody probably flips through this book and says, oh my gosh, I want to make this, but I just don't feel like I'm going to wear it. So what I make it is on page 105, this is a paid-for book, but it has this pattern called Wildflowers that just has this most gorgeous and looks like intricate flowers. Let me see if I can zoom down. Look at this. This is just gorgeous the way that it just has these different flower patterns and stems and leaves. But I just don't see myself making this. But I've always looked at it, admired it, and said, I think this is something I want to make someday.
I think, why couldn't you do this? Because you made that macrame thing, the Christmas tree.
So you mean like you would hang it up and not wear it? Because that's a lot of, there's a written pattern. Wait, I don't know. Okay, so this also has a chart, which again paid for. This chart is insane because obviously you can see all the work and detail that goes into this stuff. I just don't know if it's worth it to make it just because I don't think it's ever going to be used or anybody I know is going to wear it.
Could you finish the top edge with something that you could hang?
You said top edge here. So actually treat it like macrame.
At the top so that you give yourself a hanging sleeve. This would be gorgeous to display.
True.
And could you, is it possible to have like this blue and this white?
Oh, so you mean like you want background and then sky? Is that what you mean, like blue and white? Like you want two-tone?
So all the things that actually puff.
Oh, I need to finish this in a year. That sounds like a lot of work. So you're talking like two-tone, like, so the stem is white and then the puffs are blue?
All of the design work is in one color and all the background is in another.
We could, yeah. Or technically, I don't need to make it as long as this is. How long is this? Length is 67 inches and the width is 17.25. Basically, this is something I'm thinking about, and I guess I can make more of a window frame instead of like this huge thing. Mm-hmm. But every time I flip through this book, I look at that and go, I want to make that, but I don't think I'm going to wear it. But if it's something that we decided to maybe hang up as like a featured art piece or something, then
so
that
for
could
winter,
work.
I would absolutely love this. And, you know, like not giving myself too many pats on the back, but I counted out of all of the holiday decorations that we have, I think I have like eight things upstairs that like, oh my God, I made that, I made that, I made that. We need more you made that.
More of that, you made that? I know I need to, it would be nice to do one of the Arn and Carlos Christmas balls.
I would love
Who has
that.
the little sweaters? Is that Jody? Grocery Girls Jody. Somebody has the sweaters. Those would be cute. Or little gloves. Or little sweaters. Like the little sweaters we have on our tree are just so cute. They have the A and C. They're adorable.
You just gave me a reminder too. So we just got an email from Arn and Carlos that
Personally?
if you purchase their 2020 Christmas ball, what is it called? It's a Christmas ball
Probably just Christmas
pattern
ball. Okay.
for all their 2020. Apparently, the link that you have in your receipt no longer is going to work, and they provided us with a new link to get your downloads. I mean, like, that's pretty great. There was some kind of problem, but this is like 4 years ago that pattern came out, and they're still maintaining it to make sure that you get your purchase.
That's
because
good.
I'm sure people are coming out of the woodwork and saying, "Oh, I purchased this back then, and now all of a sudden it's not working." So I think that's great customer service.
That's perfect customer service. But yeah, join us January 1st, 2025, and find something to cast on. And we're talking about hosting some Zooms just to get together and do it together for a few hours and have fun. We're going to do it together.
You look like you're ready to have so much fun.
No, I'm stretching my legs, and it looks like I was trying to stretch my legs without being, and I didn't want to be like, ooh, so that's why I did this and tried to stretch them.
What else do we have coming up?
We have bingo. If you would like to join us for bingo New Year's Eve.
When's that?
That is always December 31st. That is an alarm real quick. Let me turn that off. It is December 31st.
On a Tuesday.
On Tuesday, and we are going to have it on 5 o'clock Pacific time, which is 8 o'clock East Coast. Last year, it ran for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So just celebrate with us, playing a little bingo, just dress how you want to dress. We'll probably be in our jammies, having our signature cocktail, calling out numbers, making sure you guys have fun. So if you have nothing to do New Year's Eve, we would love you to spend it with us. When will the sign-up sheet be available?
It is live now, so it's already created.
Check down below.
And then if you're donating prizes, which we love, we ask that you send us a picture via email. Send it to bingo@fiberhustle.com. Send it to that email address. Then that way it's only in one place that we have to look for prizes. You're going to hang on to your prizes that you're donating. You're gonna mail them directly to the winner. That way, the post office isn't making all of that money, but it gets a lot faster.
And people have asked, what kind of prizes do you guys accept? It could be a pattern. It could be a few stitch markers. It could be a scanning yarn. We don't take half-finished objects, whips, or anything like that.
Or
anything that you've already made. Not really into that. I mean, that's very generous. But like a scanning yarn that is gorgeous, that's been sitting in your little stash that you just haven't been using, that would be now is a good time to donate that. If you're a quilty thing, if you have some fat quarters or anything like that, you wouldn't want to donate, that is fine. If you don't want to donate, we totally understand. One thing about bingo as well, check your calendar and see if you actually do or do not have plans. Chip spends hours trying to put this together, and we understand that people have to drop out for emergency situations, but when you do drop out of a bingo the day of or something like that,
or the day before,
it's kind of like, oh, okay, this spot could have gone to someone else, and it's just a lot of work. So check your calendar.
Then you'll be on the
naughty
list.
Yeah, on the naughty list. So check your calendar before you sign up. If you're on the fence, like, do I go to Chantel's party that night or play Fiber Hustle Bingo, and you're not sure, don't sign up, because we'll have plenty of times in 2025 that you can play bingo, because we want to make sure that everybody who signs up does show up.
Love it. And kid-free, no kids.
Yes, Fiber Hustle Bingo is not a place for children.
It's an adult-themed, it's fun.
Yes, it's fun because anything with kids is not fun.
So we got bingo. You can go to the show notes and click over there, sign up now. First come, first serve. Mm-hmm. And then you've got your make-along, and that's going to be starting January 1st. I would love to do a Zoom. We're going to figure out what the first weekly Zoom is, just to say, hey, let's get motivated. Mm-hmm. And then I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks to everybody who shopped Black Friday through Cyber Monday weekend. We appreciate all the orders that we had.
Overwhelmed.
The post office was like, no, we can't take any more. No, we appreciate all your support and just everything. This year's wrapping up. We hope anyone who's purchased from us this year has. Thank you so much. We hope you're loving your loot. We hope because you got some loot. You got some loot. As you see, there's plenty of loot back here still left. So if you're in the DK market, take a look. Let us know what you need.
Well, no, there's fingering and
that will be fingering, and we have worsted weight. I love merch. We got merch. We're almost out of fans. So if you're looking for that Fiber Hustle fan, now is the time to grab it.
So, like and subscribe, ring the bell, you know, do all the things.
Ding, ding. Yeah, do all the things that all the cool kids do.
We love you. We hope you're having a wonderful holiday making season. And, you know, it gets better.
It does get better.
Congratulations on 49. We're soon to be at 50.
No, give me a year to get to 50.
Well, he's going to be 49 on the
Fiber
16th.
Hustle 50, for 50th episode. It's going to be off the charts. I'm going to give away some things just to be nice.
Are you really?
Yeah, not this episode. So you have to tune in next episode. I'll give away.
All
I'll
right.
give away a couple skins of yarn.
We're going to love and leave you. Yoan,
Play us out.
Come on, huh. You gotta get your hustle.